Well, it's never too early to start thinking about the bears in Mammoth Lakes and how we can keep them wild. Sierra Wave Media's Rob Gill spoke with Mammoth's bearman, Steve Searles.
I've lived here in Mammoth for 41 years, and I'm the wildlife officer for the Mammoth Lakes Police Department, town of Mammoth Lakes. With our fourth year of drought on us, it's going to be, pretty tough, but 3 years of practice, I truly believe our community is up for this, and we'll get through it, but it's going to be a very, very busy year. Here in Mammoth, it's really quite unusual, but 100% of the bears have broken den, and they're out starting to forage, get water, and begin their season. It's rare to see a problem bear here in Mammoth. We have a lot of problems with tourists and guests, not understanding not to feed our bears and lock up their stuff, but every year we deal with a few high-profile bears, and it'd be expected again this year. The message for sure is always the same. Don't feed them, lock that dumpster, keep your trash, your ice chest put away. But one of the things we'll really focus on this year is cleaning out those cars and keeping them locked. Last year we probably had more cars entered by wildlife than any time before in the past, and so we don't want to see that happen or have any damage to your vehicle. Bird feeders can be a real big attraction for bears. Bears will do just about anything to get to a bird feeder. So starting right now, we need to pull those in, conserve, don't feed the birds right now. Maybe feed them in the winter after the bears are back in den. But bird feeders are absolutely a big draw for the bears. Also, we're going to see more and more road collisions. We saw a lot this morning with deer, and so we're going to have to amp it up just a couple months early and make sure that we're driving carefully on our roads and highways. Yeah, we grew up with Don't Feed the Bear. When we changed it to Don't Feed Our Bear, it caused a sense of responsibility, stewardship, ownership of the wildlife that we live with, and so it really caught on. We'll be handing out, we're up to almost 78,000 stickers will be on the rear of cars and in our local businesses, and continue to pass that message. Again, if you need a sticker, don't hesitate to call. Yeah, again, if you go to social media or to our Facebook site, Steve Searles, the Bear Whisperer, you can see a library of wildlife that's been filmed right here in our town. A lot of people want to see the wildlife or film it. I'll do it for you. Check in and you can see videos of what's happening day to day. I don't know why they call me the Bear Whisperer. It's just mostly from the TV show. I rarely whisper. You can reach out to me if you need information on Facebook, on Instagram. You can go to the website. All of it's Steve Searles or the Bear Whisperer. But again, if you're local, you live in the Sierras, and you need information to be proactive and take a proactive approach on wildlife management and doing the right thing, don't hesitate to give me a call and speak to me first person, 937-BEAR.
All right, thanks for that information, Steve. Well, Deb Murphy filed this report for Sierra Wave Media. The Bishop Creek Water Association approved tougher standards for new and existing ponds at its meeting on Tuesday. Faced with an historically low 4% snowpack in the eastern Sierra and 36% runoff, assuming precipitation in the next 6 months is normal, the association approved the recommendations to help deliver what little water is anticipated in the Bishop Creek drainage to its members. Now, the amendments to the association's bylaws include approval of all new ponds by the board. New ponds must be no more than 5 feet deep, lined with impermeable barrier, and have a bypass capable of carrying the full flow of the feeding ditch when ponds need to be shut off. Now, the above bylaw amendments apply to existing ponds when they are drained or being cleaned. Now, the board will have to rely on cooperation among its 958 members. Utility districts supplying potable water can enforce regulations, can fine and be fined under California's drought regulations, but not a ditch system association. However, Steve Stevens, board president, said the recommendations give the board some teeth. If we adopt these amendments, it's a start, Stevens said. Now, said board member Rock Baker, we depend on people cooperating. We need you guys' help and cooperation. Baker pointed out that some association ponds take a day to fill, which means that no water gets downstream until the pond has reached capacity. Now, the association has been working on a rotation system to deliver water equitably to the residential areas both north and south of Line Street. Now, the rotation isn't working well, admitted Water Master Clay Boyd, explaining that the water often doesn't reach the last homes at the bottom of the ditch system. If residents could wait until the water reaches the bottom before they start irrigating, that would help, Boyd said. Now, the approximately 50 association members present at the meeting approved the changes. Now, the only real question was procedure. Gene Solful, a consultant on the board, explained that the association operates under its own bylaws, not the Brown Act. The full membership had been advised of the amendments. Now, the drought has played a messy game of dominoes since the fall of 2012, the second year of drought. With the reservoirs drained, the creeks dried up at the end of the summer. By winter, shallow residential wells ran dry. Many residents cleaned out their ditches and ponds, scraping away years of leaves and silt. Unfortunately, the leaves and silt had an effect similar to the impermeable barriers now being suggested. The 2013 spring runoff sank like a rock, raising the water table at the west end of the residential areas, flooding yards and homes. Now, during that 2013-2014 runoff year, the third year of drought, flows were reduced to help hold some water in Lake Sabrina with the hope that the drought would end. It hasn't. Now, retired Southern California Edison staffer and Bishop Creek Water Association consultant Bert Allman opened Tuesday's meeting with the grim facts. Allman said from April 1st to September 30th last year, the average out of Plant 6 was 80 cubic feet per second. Now, this year, Allman said the average should be 50 CFS. We've never seen one like this before, Allman said. Both reservoirs are empty. We may see flows in June from 60 to 80 CFS, but by July, they will fall off, he predicted. We thank Deb Murphy for that story. Well, on Tuesday, the Mono County Board of Supervisors and County Administrator Jim Leddy announced that he would be leaving the employ of Mono County effective May 31st, 2015. Mono County Board of Supervisors Chairman Tim Fesco said, quote, "The board appreciates the hard work and energy Jim brought to the position during a crucial transition period for Mono County. Thanks to Jim's hard work, Mono County is moving in a new direction to improve services while understanding the new restrained fiscal reality. We wish his family well and will be strongly continuing the efforts to improve the public services launched since 2013, end quote. Press release from Mono County notes that CAO Leddy will be working to ensure all major initiatives such as strategic planning, the ongoing response to the Round Fire recovery, and other budget reorganization efforts continue forward after his departure. Jim Leddy said, quote, "It has been an honor to work for the people of Mono County over the last 2 years. On behalf of the Board of Supervisors, the opportunity to collaborate with the employees, board, and many communities of the county have been an extraordinary experience with which my family and I will remember with fondness," end quote. Mono County Board of Supervisors will discuss the process for recruitment in the coming weeks. We'll be back with more news.